Biohazard warning. Entering contaminated zone. Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
What's going on, agents? This is your boy Sly, and I'm back to drop some of that much-awaited news about the April update called Incursions, and it's coming very, very soon. Well, how soon, you ask? April 12th is its release day, and it's the same day Destiny drops their content patch. So there will be a lot of tired gamers come mid-April. Now, if you missed the stream, I recorded it in its entirety, and it's up on YouTube as we speak. Check it out, unedited, in HD. It is full of awesome stuff to look forward to. It is over an hour long, however, so make sure that you slap those viewing panties on. Now, Incursions, what are they? Well, plainly put, they are indeed a raid. It's a very long, very intense, multi-layered group experience with detailed mechanics, new enemies, and centered around an underground water purification plant that treats New York City's water supply. Now, unlike the rumors of 2 teams of 4 or an 8-man squad, it is indeed only a 4-man squad objective. Colonel Bliss is dead, and Lieutenant Perez now commands the rest of the LMB. Your job is to protect the water plant, kick out Perez while doing as little damage as possible, and remove Perez and the LMB while keeping the structure intact. There are 2 modes for this incursion, hard and challenging. The good news is that both will have matchmaking built in, but they recommend to find your own cohesive group because it is nowhere near as easy as challenge mode missions. So that's a little scary right there. Now, if you want to start the easiest level of Falcon Lost, you need to have all item level 31 gear and armor to be able to compete with the Falcon Lost LMB. To do challenging, you will start to need gear sets, which are new items dropping with the 1.1 update and are super powerful matching sets that unlock a very powerful, unique talent to that gear set. Now, once you acquire the entire set and every single piece, you put them on and it unlocks a specific talent. They didn't go into a lot of detail about these armor sets, but they did say that each type has been tailored to a common, unique playstyle. For example, one set accommodates the stealthy precision sniper, another helps the tech kind of player with super high skill level, and others help like the frontline DPS tank. There is even a gear set for the solo Darkzone player that can only be acquired while in the Dark Zone. Now, like I said, they didn't go into much detail about individual armor sets, but some of the items are also going to be available as blueprints. Now, they didn't say which one is linked to which player type, but they did go over the names of all of them, which I'll go over here in a second. First, guys, take a look on screen. The green items you see are pieces of gear sets. So if you see a green on the ground, that means you will have part of an armor set waiting for you to pick up. The armor, it doesn't look really overly protective, but they said the talents are going to be the main focus on these builds, but there is going to be a trade-off. The higher end armor and some purple superior will offer more protection, but with less abilities and perks, and the gear sets offer way more talents and perks with less armor protection, so that's something to keep in mind. Alright, well, here we go. There are the names of the 4 gear sets coming in April. The one I know for sure, at least the Dark Zone gear set, is called Path of the Nomad. I know those 2 are linked together. The others are Tactician's Authority, Sentry's Call, and Striker's Battle Gear, so you can kind of match them up by name. Now, let's talk about how you're going to acquire these bad boy gear setups. So just like other raids, your first completion per week will drop you the most quality gear. After that, you can keep playing and earning gear, but it won't be as much as your first playthrough. Now, that is for hard and for challenge mode, if you can beat it, and by the sounds of it, it's going to be a big if for the first couple of weeks. Even Ubisoft's beta testers couldn't beat it the first time. It took them 4 full days to make it to the very end. So guys, we're going to have to get ready. They made sure to let players know that when you beat it, you will be handsomely rewarded every time, but it's for your first weekly playthrough that will reward you the most. Now, if you beat challenge mode, it is a guaranteed drop. There are also new named weapons in the upcoming update, which will also drop as end rewards. They declined to go into a lot of detail about what kind of named weapons though. Another way to get pieces of these armor set is also by doing the daily challenge missions, as well as these new assignments that will also drop on April 12th. These assignments will have various tasks and are kind of similar to Destiny's bounties. kill 10 Rikers, neutralize 20 cleaners, and on top of the daily assignments, there's also one unique changing weekly assignment that will give out rewards, and these armor pieces can be one of them. They accumulate throughout the week. We'll just have to wait and see what they are completely, but they did say that most of these assignments can be completed by simply playing the game, which is always a great thing to hear. Now, I know some of you are wondering about that gear score number, what it's referring to when you hover over the incursion itself. They did shed some light into that as well. So if you're doing challenges and incursions, you're obviously a level 30. So instead of seeing level 30 and then looking at an item level, they're getting rid of that system and peeking into your inventory to see what your max gear score could be, looking at the best of your stuff and using that to equate your score so you can see where you, as well as others, will fit into the challenge requirements. So once April 12th hits, item level will be no more and you will be judged based on your total gear score. Now the hard incursion has a recommended gear score, but the challenge mode has a gated requirement. Unless you meet its specifications, you cannot matchmake or even try to get in to take a peek at challenge mode, as it won't be available until you get better gear. So level up! Now there are a couple other things left to mention about, and those are new items. First up, let's talk about trading. Now, the word trading here is kind of misleading because it's not really a trading system. Here's how it works though. Say, for example, you're in a group of 4 and you guys are in the Dark Zone. Someone gets a Midas, but the three of you already have it. Well, what you can do now is drop it on the ground and the player who needs it can pick it up. This can be dropped infinitely to anyone within your group for a maximum of 2 hours. Now, after those 2 hours are up, it belongs to you permanently. Also, you can only trade inside checkpoints, not out in the open world. So unless you matchmake with randoms and some asshole ends up stealing it that bounces offline, it's a pretty safe bet that once you drop it, you're going to get to pick it up. So next up, let's talk about a new feature coming to the Dark Zone called Supply Drops. Now these are random events that happen once per hour and will drop uncontaminated supplies to a random point within the DZ. The first group to reach the supply drop will be the ones to claim the prize inside, and since it's uncontaminated, there is no need for an extraction. Once it's yours forever. However, there are enemies, high-level enemies that is, that will guard the supply drops, and if your team dies, the next team there behind you will now reap your reward. Now, there are so many great things coming in April, y'all, that what I just listed was only the highlights and the main parts of the stream. There's gameplay of the raid, glimpses of new enemy drones to fight, as well as an armored vehicle, which looks like the first boss encounter that you cannot actually kill with weapons. So mechanics are indeed confirmed for this incursion. Check out the full stream in the description box below and definitely watch it. But I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you want to stay up to date on everything, The Division, Destiny, and new uploads from Sly Nation, Twitter is the best place to do so. Follow at Sly Nation and be alerted to anything new and upcoming about my channel and our favorite games. See you guys. Can't wait until April, and in the meantime, I suggest we start practicing our asses off. See you in the next one, agents, and until next time, this is your boy Sly. I am done, gone, out.
Ammo inbound. Zone B secure.